fantasmas, pessoas do futuro, do passado. Boa tarde, Vitor Brau do futuro, que um dia irá assistir esses vídeos e saber que foi uma época muito feliz da sua vida, Vitor. Saiba disso. Espero que você esteja bem aí no futuro. Vamos lá, mais um dia na jornada de Suzanne Brutal. E a primeira coisa que eu quero fazer é mudar meu lado aqui da câmera, né? Caralho. Aqui é melhor. Não sei porquê, eu prefiro do lado esquerdo. Sempre do lado esquerdo, né? Vamos lá. O último episódio dessa jornada foi muita conversa, resolvendo todos as sidequests de uma vez. Agora é só ação. Muita conversa ainda, porque esse jogo tem muita conversa, né? Mas não tem conversa que não seja importante. E Legendary Addiction tá funcionando de boa, hein? Ai, que saudade desse som. Oh. Se eles cortarem, né? Você já volta dentro do jogo? Eu gostava do som do menu, mas ele volta várias vezes no jogo, né? Resumo. No último episódio, conhecemos aí várias raças. Resolvemos vários problemas. Já apertei o botão errado aqui, tirei uma arma. Estamos upando isso, olha que coisa boa. Eu gosto de gastar tudo possível nesse negócio aqui. E aí vamos comprar esse aqui o mais rápido possível pra ressuscitar os caras. Vamos lá. Estamos com um time com o Rex, que vai usar shotgun. Isso. Pode ser esse aqui também. Isso. Garrus. A gente tá meio que investindo Garrus eletrônicos pra a gente poder usar o Garrus em todos e Decryption. Então vamos mandar o sabotagem aqui. Isso, vamos investir tudo nesses pontos. Increase the range of sabotage overload and damage by 10%. Acho que é melhor a gente upar isso aqui tudo. Depois a gente preocupa com outras coisas, né? Esse aqui não tem como abrir ainda, né? Esse aqui, será que tem como abrir quando? Não sei. E é isso. Essa é a build. Beleza. Equipment. Take all. Tem um aqui um pouquinho melhor, né? Vamos pegar. E. Agora sim. 25% contra orgânicos. Depende da missão que a gente vai fazer, né? Qual que é a missão que a gente tem que fazer? Expose Saren. Speak to the Ambassador. É só ir embora agora. Resolvemos tudo na Citadel. Apertei o botão errado.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Tem alguma sidequest que a gente vai ter que fazer um dia. Agora sai com a Normandy e buscar o certo.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
Forced retirement. What is going on? What's going on?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
There's more to this.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it?
É foda.
I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot.
Deu outra
Came and
Tarkovsky.
went. Now you have a chance to make up for my
Acho novo
mistakes.
passatempo qual? Saren will pay.
Saren's not gonna get away this time.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
What about the Reapers?
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard.
Postar poesia
I'm not sure
pesada
they
em
even
site de
exist.
velhinhos que
But
postam
if they
poesia
do
religiosa.
exist, the conduit's the key
Você
to
tem
bringing
mais
them
pra
back.
fazer. Você tem melhor
Stop
coisa pra
Saren from
fazer
getting
com
the
seu tempo
conduit,
livre, velho.
and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Count on me. I'm on it.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
That's your job.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard.
Final de
Remember,
semana,
you were
porra,
a
velho. Você tem
human
mais o que
long
fazer
before
só
you were a
do que ficar
Spectre.
chocando velhinhos religiosos.
I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
Are you okay?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
You and Sarah have
Tell
a
me what
best.
happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres.
Não sei quem é esse
She
cara.
chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere.
Eita, cara.
Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians.
Que isso?
Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me?
Você tinha que ter
Or their
matado
best
ele.
agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Os Geth atacaram Pharos.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Beleza, bora. Sempre depois de fazer uma missão, o que você faz no Mass Effect? Conversa com sua equipe.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Cada
Heard what
pro seu
happened to
canto.
Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander.
Suzanne
Things
Brutal
go
é maior
bad
que
on
temos.
this mission,
Ela é brutal
you're
demais.
next on their chopping block.
This feels wrong.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
No, we do things my way. No, Suzanne. I need to be honest.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Nobody's going to help us.
The Council wants to ignore this.
That's no surprise. They never helped us in the past. No reason they'd start now. But we don't need their help. We can do this on our own.
Saren can't hide from us.
Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of
Caralho,
the galaxy
muito
and
brutal.
bring him down.
Humanity's in this alone não, né? We must not fail.
This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on.
The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake. We will stop Saren no matter what the cost.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
It doesn't matter anymore. As respostas do Renegade são muito engraçadas.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Acho que quando eu cheguei na live, pela primeira vez era Mass Effect que você tava jogando. É, que loucura, tem muitos anos, né? Isso, né? Eu não sei qual foi a primeira vez que eu joguei Mass Effect no stream. Eu tava comentando outro dia, mas eu não sei exatamente.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on the ship, though.
Not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though. You doubt my decisions?
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him.
Racista.
We don't need their help.
It's not just our problem.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of
2020,
school.
no começo, pá, 2
following in
aninhos,
my grandfather's footsteps.
Porque a gente demorou pra jogar o Mass
My
Effect, um
first
pouquinho. Não foi bem no
was on
começo,
the
não.
Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of
Tem a
alien
ordem
raiders hit
certinha,
the
né, lá
colony,
no...
trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Xinguei ele, gamer. Então esse aqui é... Kaden, nossa amiga Dr. Shackwas. Top.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Ah, eu já conversei com ela, né?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Kaden, vamos ver. É muito... Esse corte é engraçado.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Não falou muito, né? Eu acho que não, talvez não conta como missão isso tudo que eu fiz. Mas eu tenho que conversar com as pessoas. E isso aqui é uma coisa... Cara, eu vou falar sério, isso aqui é um... Você fica até com saudade do Normand, velho. É um relacionamento que você cria com essa porra dessa nave, viu? De tanto que você vai pra cima e pra baixo. Eu acho que é realmente um erro não fazer esse rolê. Suzanne Brutal. Então, esse nome Brutal, ele surgiu, velho. Teve uma menina num show, a gente fez um show, a Desgraça fez um show em...
Commander?
Onde que era, gente? Era Juazeiro do Norte, no Ceará. E aí tinha uma mulher lá que ela... O apelido dela na vida real era Adriane Brutal, velho. Ela era uma metaleira, assim, muito metal, assim, que a gente... Ele entrou na nossa cabeça. E aí, o primeiro personagem que o Filipinho jogou no Mass Effect era a Adriane Brutal. Era o nome dela. Adriane Brutal era o nome dela.
If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Be more alert.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise.
E o Buísque foi um charuto namora uma puta. É, não,
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes
ela
to talk?
era
One-on-one?
moto.
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away.
Então.
I wouldn't mind talking more. I wouldn't mind talking.
Beleza.
Ma'am.
Não tem muita conversa não com esse povo que a gente já conversou, né? Olha o Garrus.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSAC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I
32 meses, Thiago. Muito obrigado, primo. Tá de volta no Mass Effect, né, primo? Como é que tá a vida? Tem muito tempo que você não aparece. Ó, o Daragan. Suzanne Brutal trouxe aí os maiores observadores aí do planeta, da galáxia. Como é que... Gente, Thiago não parece que tem muito tempo, velho. Tá namorando, né, Thiago? Que é isso? True.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
Coisa feia, dos meus amigos devem estar namorando, velho. Esse cara...
Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
De todos os mundos. Namorando, trabalhando, estudando, fazendo tudo isso ao mesmo tempo. Aí, ó. Quando a pessoa fala namorando, trabalhando, estudando, fazendo tudo isso ao mesmo tempo, você entende. Namorando. Fazendo tudo isso ao mesmo tempo.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things.
Qual o melhor
There's more to it than that.
companion do Mass Effect, de todos os Mass Effect pra vocês? Quais são os seus preferidos? Faz um top 5.
C6 handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
Opa.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander. Commander, good to see you.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
Tali, Garrus, Rex, Liara e Grant, nessa ordem. Garrus, Rex, Tali, Samara e Jack. Gente, Garrus tem que ser o primeiro. Só que assim, vocês gostam muito da Tali, né? Eu gosto da Tali também. Tô pensando qual que é o rumo que Suzanne Brutal irá tomar dessa vez. Meu top 5 é Garrus. Garrus. Eu gosto muito do Rex também, velho. Não gosto muito da Samara. Gosto da Tali, sem dúvida. Liara. Você sabe que eu tenho um trauma com a Tali, né? Qual que é o trauma?
What's your story,
Ah,
Rex?
você tem mesmo, eu lembro que você tinha me contado. Qual que era mesmo? Não, agora eu sei. Peraí. Garrus, Mordin. Eu gosto muito do Mordin. Mordin pra mim é o segundo lugar. Rex, terceiro lugar. Quarto. Tali, quinto, Liara. Acho que 5. São todos alienígenas, né? Os humanos são muito sem graça, né? Mordin tem que estar no meu top 5. Eu acho que, tipo assim, o Rex, o Garrus e o Mordin e a Liara, né? E a Tali. São os 5 que você tem mais, né? Que mais influenciam no jogo. Eu acho que são 5 mesmo, não tem o que fazer, né? Assim, eu gosto da Jack, eu gosto da Samara também, gosto do Grant também, mas não tem como. Os caras influenciam mesmo na história, brutal, né? Eu fiquei em dúvida entre Liara e Samara, mas achei mais legal a Samara como Battle Companion. Ah, você tá falando de Companion na luta, né? Não, mas aí, porra, tem que contar os dois. Como amante Liara, certeza. Come on.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
Não é a mesma coisa. É aí que você é introduzida ao conceito do genophage, né?
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Véi, o Rex ele é muito bom, véi.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Meu irmão, o Thiago, olha a história do Thiago, gente. É a história traumática com a Tali. Meu irmão, sem entrar em muitos detalhes de como, mas eu fiz a Tali suicidar e extinguir os córneas sem querer. Desde então você valoriza ela muito, né, velho? É foda. A primeira vez que eu zerei os 3, eu lembro que eu tive uma conversa com o mod que é meio difícil de ter. Eu vou ver se eu consigo aqui nesse negócio. Você tem que meio que não conversar com ele muito pra... todo um rumo, que é muito bonito assim. Mod é my boy. Pego ele e o Garrus sempre. O Garrus é o melhor, porque ele tá nos 3 jogos o tempo todo. Ele é o maior parceiro, né? Eu gosto da narrativa de você vê como é que você arruma e tal. Vamos ver.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
A história
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Que é do que eu só pesquisa. Não, mas ele foi, aposto que foi um erro honesto, né?
They made it.
É os Celerians que fizeram.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Os caras estavam sendo pau no cu. E eu só queria ajudar todo mundo. E é tenso mesmo, que algumas decisões que você faz ali, uma hora que você conversa errado, já fica tenso real, né, velho? Vamos ver como é que vai sair. Eu não... tem anos, né? A última vez que eu joguei foi no início de 2020, né? Então, pode ser que eu vou cometer alguns erros. Vamos ver.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to
pensando quais são os relacionamentos que a gente vai criar.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
That's 300
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel.
Eu fico imaginando você, velho.
But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Qual o pior personagem? Porque a Esther, velho. Tá certo que moralmente ela é a pior personagem. Ela é escrota, eu odeio ela muito, velho. Só que eu acho que ela não é a pior escrita. Tem personagens que são piores, assim, a escrita deles, a história deles, né? Tipo James Vega. Tá ligado? Que cara no último jogo lá, ele é zoeiro demais.
It's a tradition that dates back to the early days when the
Tipo, a
fleet
Ashley é
was governed by
racista.
martial law.
Só que ela faz sentido ela ser racista, tá entendendo? Assim, tem uma lógica, né? Pra ela ser burra. Não é tirar do cu, né? Que ela é. Eu não gosto do Katie também, não. Miranda eu gosto. Ela é escrotona, mas eu gosto dela. Porque faz sentido, né?
But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the
Mas se tivesse uma arma pra atirar em alguém,
these 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the conclave.
Uma bala, tivesse eu, Ashley, James Vega, Caden, todas as balas na Ashley sem luz.
The entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
You guess.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious.
Esse plot dos Geth foi a parte mais da hora do Mass Effect pra mim. Ah, é muito legal, velho. Eu acho que eu vou nessa série eu vou ficar falando isso várias vezes, né? Mas o que eu acho mais legal é todas as narrativas meio que se resolvendo. Você vai meio que resolvendo uma por uma. São tantos no primeiro jogo são tantas informações assim que você, tá ligado? Você recebe coisa que você pensa assim, ah, isso aí é simplesmente uma coisa do mundo. E você vai mudando essas coisas, é muito bom. Todos esses plots do Genophage, dos Geth, tá ligado? Todos esses são muito bons, velho.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind
Todo mundo
us.
devia fazer isso aí, né, na vida real
We
também.
return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something
Like
now.
what?
I should go.
See you later.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll get rid of her.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she
Engineer
is.
Adams, gente boa.
Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to
É muito legal eles darem também profundidade até pra esses personagens, tipo o Engineer Adams.
Only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick
Esses
them up.
detalhes ainda é soft, né? Sci-fi, mas
So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No
mas alguma explicação é boa, né? De como funciona as
Eventually, the
coisas.
sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running, and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
É legal que eles te dão experiência também, só por ter essas informações, né? Enfim, por enquanto é isso. Esse cara aqui, ele...
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
bet, Commander.
Ei, ó, a gente tem que juntar pra comprar essas porra mais brutal do planeta aqui, né? Um dia a gente vai ter. Vou começar a vender as coisas.
Let's see what you
bet, Commander.
Céu, tudo que for a gente vende. Aí em breve, quando a gente tiver tudo 3, a gente vende os 2 e por aí vai. Vamos voltar. Agora a missão. É a grande questão, qual que é a missão que faz primeiro, né? Eu acho que a de Ferris é melhor fazer primeiro mesmo. Modo aliado, né? primeira vez que o cara vai no Galaxy Map. Essa música. Supposedly constructed by the long extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is stimulated through rotation, and it's a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the boards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium Ring. Então muda, né? Como é que faz pra ir mais longe? É, essa aqui, né? E aí, tem algumas side quests, né? Mas vamos em Ferros antes. Não, vamos na Liara antes. Já. Onde que ela tá? Tem como você ver onde que ela tá, mas é... Precisa do journal aqui, né? É legal isso que eles não falam, você tem que olhar mesmo. Você tem que ir, né? Você tem que ir só... A gente sabe que ela tá na cluster, né? Só isso. Mas eu acho que eu lembro. Nossa, acho que era, né? Tem várias sidequests que você pode fazer, então. Normandy. Vamos ver se eles melhoraram o... Tem que polêmica, é que eu não achei as missões com carro ruim, não. Nem me incomodou, na real. Eu também não acho ruim, não. Mas vamos ver se eles melhoraram, né? Podia ser melhor. Tá ligado? Era tiro? Acho que era tiro, né? Tem como você ver se é, né? No Wikipedia, essas coisas. A ideia é que você dá deu uma vasculhada, né, pra descobrir onde que ela tá, então. Ih, eu acho que é aqui mesmo.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings.
É isso.
Really strange, like off the damn charts.
Melhorou demais, carreira muito sofrido. Eu também acho que melhorou, hein? Esse carreira era tenso. Tá bem melhor. O visual tá incrível, né? Tá ótimo. Mas eu acho legal também que eles cortaram, tipo assim, no sentido... não precisa do carrinho, de certa forma, né? Tipo assim, é legal. Eles tentaram um jeito esquisito, né, é o zoom mesmo? Agora ele centraliza pra onde você tá olhando, né? Eu acho que tá mais fácil de matar esse bicho. Tá mais fácil de matar esse também. Tipo, como é que era? Eu não lembro exatamente. No 2 tinha uma navinha, né? Que tipo assim... Entre a navinha e o carro, tipo assim, tanto faz, né? Não faz muita diferença. Esse negócio dele ele meio que... Você pode virar com a mão e ele vai virando, né? Eu tô meio que mal acostumado por causa do... O Rex falou, né? Dá a volta, né, Rex? Ei, caralho. Mais azul ali. É, mas eu tô estranhando a mobilidade dele. É porque eu acostumei com o antigo, né? Tipo assim, o antigo você... Olha lá, você não precisava estar olhando pra onde você tava dirigindo, né? Esse aqui ele meio que dá uma acertada. Olha lá. Não dá problema. Vamos ver se eles melhoraram isso aqui. Eu lembro que tinha um outro cara aqui. Eu lembro que tinha como matar uns caras daqui assim. Você taca lá dentro, tá ligado? Como é que sai? Como é que sai?
Moving out.
All targets down.
Então a gente vai lutar contra Geth, né? Então a gente ocupa. É menos o Barry não é muito útil. Vou sair upando tudo no Rex mesmo. A gente vai lutar contra os Geth. Então vamos lá, vamos botar aqui Synthetics. E aqui isso. Smash Damage, Shield Recovery. Vou botar o Shield Recovery, né? Aí o Daisy eu coloco qualquer coisa. Eu lembro desse cara, ele manda essa porra, é tenso. Eu lembro de você muito bem. Esse minigame eu adoro ele, né? Sempre falo. Acho ele simples. É, o cara já pode ir embora daqui, né? Só que tem umas coisas nas outras casinhas. E tipo assim, eles melhoraram as coisas no Mass Effect 1, porque ele era um jogo, jogar ele hoje em dia era tenso mesmo, né? No sentido, a jogabilidade dele era ruim mesmo, né? Tá bem melhor agora, as coisas tipo assim, o jeito que você anda. E eles não mudaram muito também pra estragar o jogo, né? Tipo, o jogo ele é perfeito do jeito que ele é, de certa forma. Tirando essa jogabilidade que era meio tensa mesmo, né? Essa questão do... O jogo era meio quadrado, né? Como é que fala? Meio durão, né? Esse negócio do carrinho, eu não sei se melhorou tanto, assim, pra mim, é porque melhorou pras pessoas, né? Eu acho que pra mim, eu tava mais acostumado com o carrinho, do jeito que ele era antes, do jeito ruim, né? Aí os bichos já estão mais... Aí, ó. Os bichos estão mais fortes do que os primeiros que a gente viu, né?
All targets down.
Agora pra qual lado que a gente vai mesmo? Acho que é pra cá, né? Ih, já tem um brother ali pra avisar. Tá vendo? Eu preferia... Ele vira meio que... É legal ele virar meio que automático, mas... Na hora das batalhas complica um pouquinho. Era bom pra você desviar dos caras, né? Pra ele olhar, ele virar pra onde você tá olhando complica um pouquinho. Você ficar correndo na hora da batalha. Do carro. Mas os bichos estão mais fáceis de matar. Esses bichos eles eram um pouquinho mais... Olha lá, agora você vira meio que... Dá pra mudar nas configurações? Como que faz? Options... Gameplay... Não. Controls. Macro Camera, isso. Pronto. Boa. Obrigado. É melhor, você pode... É esquisito, né? Deixa eu fazer isso aqui, ó. É muito bom, tá vendo? Eles colocaram uma fumacinha ali pra você não tirar de longe, né? Antes a gente só snipava esses caras. Túnel. Olha, tem um. Agora tem um. Que isso? Um Veloz Furioso. Um Net for Speed Undergrad. Mas tá muito bonito, assim, graficamente, né? Era muito feio, velho, esses gráficos dessa parte aqui, tá ligado? Trocar uma coisa, eu vou usar. Aqui na real eu vou usar muito. Opa, tem um outro ali, né? como é que eu escondo aqui? O tome. Na perna. O soldado é muito roubado, velho. Esse primeiro Mass Effect. Ah, deixa eu só ver um trem aqui. Gosta mesmo, assim. O cara tomou na cabeça e não morreu, né? Os caras lá em cima, não tem? Que isso? Caralho, imortal? Mais um level up. É, e você faz as coisas, o jogo te dá muito level, né? Seria bom o heavy armor, né? É, ali é uma espécie de boss, né? Um bossinho. Deixa eu ver, esse trem aqui já pode... Esses bichos, velho, são um saco, velho. Tá levando, Rafael, vai. Tem que destruir os colossos agora a pé. Vamos lá. Manda... Sai daí, Rex. Não, vai lá. Vai lá naquele canto lá, ó. Os caras estão morrendo. Tá vendo? Os caras estão morrendo. Vamos tomar. Jesus, vamos morrer. É, tá mais difícil o jogo. Eu acho que eles melhoraram as coisas. Ó, esse bicho aqui, gente. Isso. Tomando, né, o filho da puta, né? O cara ali no sniper. Caralho. É brincadeira, não? Opa. É, tá um pouquinho mais difícil, mas é porque eu não upei nada de arma também, né? Antes era muito fácil. Agora, como é que eu lembro dos nomes dos... Caralho. Opa, tô tomando de onde?
Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
Prothean Ruin. Prothean Ruin, né? Não sei. Dando uma alongadinha nessa Suzanne Brutal. Opa, estão tomando. Vai, esse aqui. Piu, 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 piu.
Sterile wide. Protheans sure build things, homie.
Olha ela aí.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Investigate.
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
E por que eles estão atrás de você, né, amigo?
I smell trouble. Perimeter secured.
Não tenho tanta certeza assim. Bora. Fala aí, galera.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Superior firepower.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Cara da Suzanne Brutal.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know...
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Rex, a gente boa demais. Engraçado. Oh, que postura é essa? Vocês estão se encrencando aí, galera? Vamos deixar as guerras do passado no passado, viu? Um mirando o outro. kill this
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Ó, a primeira coisa que a gente tem que destruir é esse filho da puta aqui. Ele sai correndo, geralmente. Aí, ele vai morrer. Morto. Não, não tem outro. Ah, não, é só o Rex. Ele tá vivo, filho da puta. Bate nele, gente. O Rex morreu. Suzanne pra ver o que ela quer se relacionar. Suzanne? Suzanne? Tô dormindo.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there and your pilot is making jokes?
He's a jerk.
Sometimes Joker's a real ass. Just try to ignore him.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there. And not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years?
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
Damn.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans
Valeu,
were
teens.
first,
Muito obrigado. Essa saga é top, é top.
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right.
Essa saga é top
The
demais.
galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Shut up and I'll tell you.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
I saw it.
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
So what good are you?
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Welcome aboard.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
No. Yes.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Melhor coisa é...
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Disconnect.
I don't need this.
Communications cut, Commander.
Ai, ai, véi. É bom demais. I don't need this. Tá bom, aí cada missão, né, como eu sempre falei com vocês, né, volta lá nos usual suspects, conversa com eles. Com o Joker é bom conversar às vezes também. Queira só fazer nada aí, né?
Commander, do you have a minute?
I'm listening.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I hear you.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view.
Ixi, onde eu tava que quando você jogou Final Fantasy? Qual Final Fantasy? A gente jogou depois do Mass Effect, não foi? A gente jogou 4 Final Fantasy, Lina, você tem noção? Jogou 4, 5, 6 e o 7. E o melhor Final Fantasy é o Final Fantasy... Não, a gente jogou 6, 7, 8 e 9, é. O pior é o 8, sem dúvida. O melhor é o 6. É o meu preferido, mas o 7 é muito bom também. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the check. Cute way to look at it.
Well, you're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid. Hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical,
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly.
Ah, Kaidan.
There was a girl. I spent
Chato demais o Kaidan, velho.
Kept her clothes on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was
eu não sou o tipo de cara que faz sexo casual e falou isso, literalmente, né?
And charming as hell. Beautiful. But not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
Tá bom. Não quero saber de mais nada.
What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
We have to depend on each other in combat.
Eu não vou dar muito em cima dele não, que já broxou.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Of course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that.
Não, eu não queria dar em cima dele, não.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Queria deixar demais, velho. Ai, vamos lá. Liara. Quedo muito chatinho. Esse negócio de quando a pessoa fala assim, eu não faço sexo casual, não. Humano ainda. Já é chato. Queria correr atrás dos clássicos. Acho que cansei de não fazer questão. Tipo assim, Zelda, acho que tô perdendo umas paradas. de jogo, é bom jogar uns clássicos, pô, mas deixa eles chegar no você naturalmente. Você tá com tempo livre, você quer procurar um, eu recomendo Chrono Trigger. Vai na nossa lista aí dos melhores jogos e olha os clássicos, tipo, que a gente já jogou, tipo Chrono Trigger, Fallout. Vale a pena. Cara, sem malícia. Boa tarde, Alex. Boa tarde.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
Don't mention it.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
We'll see. I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand.
Sua mãe trabalha com Saren.
She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
You sound troubled.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals.
Mating
my
rituals?
My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting. How is that? How is that possible?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of
Os
other
crentes
races.
namoram assim? Não, aí. Elas... A história, a moral da história é que a galera fica falando que elas são que as Asari são promíscuas, que transam com todo mundo, entendeu? Essa é a moral do que ela tá falando.
What happens to your partner
E
after
são
the union?
todas mulheres, né?
Every relationship is different. Some unions
E fazem...
are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Olha lá, algumas vezes tem casamento, tal, que fica junto, mas a maior parte das vezes só transa e vaza. Who was your father?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Aí, Asari é Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the
Não faz sentido, porque isso
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Que isso. Então, olha aí, no puro sangue pra eles é uma coisa negativa, né? A Sari não ganha nada com... Isso é uma pequena crítica, né? Que tem no jogo aí, sobre isso, a galera que fica... não pode misturar brancos e negros e asiáticos e... tá ligado?
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Isso é curioso, né? A pessoa transa, né? O humano transa com a Asari. A Asari tem um filho, que é a Asari, né? Não é humano, o filho. E aí o pai morre, tipo, a criança tem 40 anos, mas é uma criança ainda, tá ligado?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia is?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know... it is possible Benezia's partner... Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species...
I should go.
Acho que eu go.
Goodbye, Commander. I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me?
Ai, já dá pra você
I'm
conversar de
afraid I'm
novo.
not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must get lonely.
Sounds dangerous.
Suzanne é muito brutal,
I'm
gente.
lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Ela é meio antissocial um pouquinho, né?
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
It's not foolish.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I'm fascinated.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
Ela é fofa, né? Ela é boba de um jeito
time in the
fofo.
field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard. I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Dá pra conversar direto?
Of course, Shepard.
Ah, não.
What did you want to talk about?
Aí não tem mais conversa nova, não.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Fica Dr. Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Ah, não, demais.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go. E agora vamos descer lá pra conversar com as tropas. Então, o Kaidan, ele é meio chato, tá ligado? A Ashley, ela é racista, velho, tá ligado? O Rex, ele é brutal demais, velho. Ele é incrível, o Rex. O Garrus, ele é o brother, né? O parceiro perfeito, Garrus. Garrus, ele é maravilhoso. Garrus, ele é brutal e ao mesmo tempo...
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reason.
Que?
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Typical, too bad.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Exactly.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Incrível, Garrus. É legal que eles comendo o pai dele aqui, velho. Tem altas coisas aqui.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we do.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Ooh.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Você conheceu o Saren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought I was important.
Fair enough.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this
Dá pra namorar a Liara dali, né?
Our biggest haul yet.
Nós vamos apresentar pra Suzanne.
I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Olha.
Every damn one.
Loucura.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
E agora, Ashley.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us.
Ah, a Ashley tem esse lado, né? Além dela ser racista, ela é meio...
Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life?
Olha lá.
Might be illuminating.
I don't think she's used to teasing. good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander.
Já queria, tá ligado?
Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
What's your opinion of the
Not sure I'd buy Dr. Tassoni's story.
Olha pro segmento do news.
Sex life might be illuminating.
Is that the best way to spend your time, Chief?
I read you, Commander. I'll behave.
Toma.
Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Você vai ter a oportunidade de conhecer
I was hoping to get a minute of your time
ela,
off the
Lina,
record.
agora. Not for a personal chat, of course.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Carrion and Rex.
Véi.
With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
What do you mean? Because they're aliens?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You're out of line.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Toma. Ai, ai. Tá vendo, né? Vou conversar com a Tali. Muito mais gente boa.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Like I need this. Véi, ô bicho. Se as respostas negativas são boas demais, velho.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
Gente boa tele, velho.
The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
It's too quiet to sleep.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Stay focused.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Vamos pra próxima missão. Ai, que maneiro, af. Maneiro o quê? O que você acha maneiro, Dino? Cheirinho disso do silêncio. Eu também acho esquisito. Barulho me dá segurança, assim. Não é o mesmo nível que o dela, não, lógico, né? Mas tipo quando eu vou dormir na roça, assim, algum lugar que é muito silencioso, eu acho muito esquisito. Eu gosto de ter barulho na rua, cidade.
You know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Véio, o jogo é ótimo, velho.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
O ventilador, a gente que é do interior, né, onde é quente, né, Guilherme?
I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby.
Tenso.
No medals worth
Ventiladorzinho é top.
So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome. Brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow. Too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping.
Véi, bicho. Olha isso. É muito genial o jeito que a gente vai lembrar. A gente vai tentar lembrar de todas essas pequenas coisas, né? Que esse negócio que ele fala que ele vai dançar e tudo mais, né? Lá na frente pode ser que ele dance.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
Por causa da doença.
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. I classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about
something
something
you want,
else.
Commander.
How'd you end up
Look,
joining
if you're
the
looking
Alliance?
for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
Tá bom.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see ya. Conversar com todo mundo. Um cara seguro de si apesar das suas dificuldades. É, tem que ser, né, pô? Então, algumas coisas aí, né, que a gente vai lembrar depois, tipo assim, o pai do Garrus, né, ele fala, né, o pai dele, o Joker falando que ele consegue fazer nada, dançar, só não pode pedir pra ele levantar e dançar, né, então, o Ferris. Isso é meio longo, né, ih, rapaz, onde que é? Aqui,
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
O que quer falar com a gente lá na Cidadela, quando a gente for lá. Quando a gente for lá, a gente vai. The Exogeny Corporation has founded a pilot colony on Ferris to explore the Prothean ruins that blanket 2/3 of the planet's landmass. The atmosphere is fouled with dust. Terrestrial travel is hampered by crumbled debris dozens of meters deep. There are indications that Ferris was a much colder world in the past. Ferris has 2 large moons, Orkan the Farther and Vardet. É legal que todo planeta tem essa lore, né? Essa historinha sobre ele. O que você achou daquelas fotos do telescópio web? Eu não vi as fotos. Então vamos ver. Vamos levar a Liara e... Se levar a Liara... Eu prefiro levar a Liara e o Garrus e depois o Rex e a Tali, entendeu? Que eu gosto de fazer assim, desse jeito ou desse jeito. Tá vendo? Como aqui a gente vai lutar contra muitos gaps. Acho que é melhor assim, né? Inicialmente. Squad. 4 pontos ainda. Liberation. First Aid. Ele pode fazer o throw, né? Agora, né? Pera aí. O throw é muito bom. E a Tali tem muitos pontos, né? Vamos lá. Como é que se mete essa porra aqui? Ah, pode fazer hack também, né? Isso é muito bom. Beleza. Photo mode? Que legal, velho.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Bombou as fotos do universo. Bombou na net. Maior discussão de que somos pequenos demais. E daí, mano, tem que trabalhar cedo, amanhã cedo. Depois eu vou tirar umas fotos legais. Sempre. Eu acho que, se não me engano, no começo aqui tem gente já. Né? Deixa eu só botar um equipamento aqui na galera. Não vale muito a pena não.
We saw your ship. Faidan wants to speak with you immediately.
Who?
Who's Faidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push. Please, up the stairs past the freighter.
Oh, caralho, o cara já tomou. Caralho, vou morrer. Galera aqui, hein, gente? Os bichos. Os bichatos aí, ó. Deve ser muito bom dar esses tiros. É um prazer. Então, não sei se eu tô indo pro lado certo. Eu lembro que tinha um caminho. Aí, aqui.
Head to the tunnels. Make sure they're secure. What if I find Geth?
Those Geth are bloody.
Glad to see some soldiers. Get ready.
Die of thirst. The Geth will surely kill us all. How is a woman supposed to think with guns going off all around?
The Geth are mounting another attack.
There, dear. You'll get through this. Just relax. The Geth just keep coming.
Commander, I'm glad they finally sent somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia. Sorry, Commander. Everyone's on edge since...
Watch out! We've got Geth in the tower!
Protect the heart of the colony!
Hackeado. Tome. Tome também. E tome. Tome. Que isso? Caralho. Esse bicho caiu do céu. Ó, tem um bicho gigante ali, gente. Pera aí. Tome. Oi, Bruninho. Bruninho user.
The Geth will be back. Update Fidan, but don't take long. We should roll out the vehicle and find where the Geth are bunkered.
Só pegar esse trem aqui, tá? Save. É aqui? Acho que não é aqui não, né? É aqui? É aqui. Não, aqui é onde a gente chegou, né? Não, é aqui.
The tower's secure. Thanks to you, Commander.
Happy to help.
I'm just glad your colony's safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the Geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back.
Help me find what the Geth are after, and you'll all get out of here alive.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the Exogeny headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
Exogeny?
What's Exogeny?
It's the company most of us work for before the attacks. They fund this colony. The Skyway leads directly to Exogeny headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of Geth between here and there.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those Geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. There are still Geth in the tunnels. We also have more mundane problems like food, water, and power. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
Geth in the tunnels.
Do you have information about Geth in the lower tunnels?
Nothing new. They're in the tunnel somewhere, likely guarding a transmitter to coordinate attacks. It's not a critical threat right now, but getting rid of that transmitter will help us defend against further attacks.
Is there anything I can do to solve your water shortage?
Maka Doyle has been assigned to that particular issue. If you have any insight to offer, please speak with her.
What's wrong with the colony's power supply?
May O'Connell is working on our power problems. She'd know more about it than I do.
You mentioned something about a food shortage.
Davin Reynolds
Só vim fazer live, mas queria dizer que o show do Movin da Lupe foi um dos melhores dias da minha vida. Motim. Ah, valeu demais, que isso. Eu faço stream desde 2019, 18.
Of course, Commander.
Antigamente dava grana, dava muita grana.
What
Agora
can
não
you
dá
tell
tanta
me about
grana.
the defenses the Geth have set up?
I don't have any details, but I'll wager it's a lot more fortified than the command post.
They landed at least one Geth ship at Exogeny, and I've seen large walking tanks on the Skyway. Expect a hard fight.
Beleza.
Tell me about your colony.
Comprei ingresso por Curitiba, sucesso.
Even without our current problems.
Perdi,
Colonial
perdeu o
affairs
show?
back on Earth told us we'd be beneath the notice of any raiders. I guess they weren't counting on
Perdeu o
the
show de
Geth.
Curitiba? Você foi no show.
But,
do
despite
Motim.
everything,
Não perdeu nada.
something tranquil about this place, unlike anything I've experienced before.
I could evacuate.
The Normandy isn't huge, but we could airlift you out.
The Geth fighters are too dangerous. and I won't be driven off this world. It is our home. There's a chance for growth here that's simply not available on other worlds.
How big was the original Pharaoh's colony?
We were nearly 1,000 at the main site, 200 more at my outpost. When the first wave obliterated our defenses, we fell back to Zeus' hope.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Não era tanta gente não, né?
You'll have to forgive my wife. Calantha's not in her right mind.
Não, só perdi como forma de falar tipo risos. Como disse sobre o Twitch, sim. É, não, é, a Twitch cortou.
Tell me about the colony.
Cortou o
I can't
dinheiro.
tell you much about that. You'd best ask Fidan if you really must know.
Why can't you tell me? I just want to know about the colony.
Fidan is our leader. Who better to answer questions about the colony?
Esqueci demais.
What do you do for the colony?
I'm a medic, or I am since the doctor died. I've tried my best since she was killed.
What happened to your wife?
The constant attacks have strained us all. She'll adapt. We all have.
Is there anything I can do for her?
No, she just needs time. Time to absorb everything. We'll be fine.
Do you know anything about this planet?
Just what I was told by Colonial Affairs. It's a little different from what they claimed. It's not all bad, though. When the Geth are gone, we'll have a chance to create something even more spectacular than before.
Esquisito, né?
What do you do for the colony?
I'm a medic. Or I am since the doctor.
I have to go.
Papo estranho.
Hello, Off-Worlder. I'm glad that we aren't totally forgotten by the rest of the galaxy.
Dear, please try to rest. You're not ready to speak.
But they should know. Yes. That's better.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm fine. I just need to try to think clearly. It's just a lingering pain from the last attack. I'll be...
I see no major injury, but something must be causing her pain.
Please, just let her rest. She just
Estranho, né?
needs
Muito
rest.
estranho, muito estranho. O povo falando essas coisas. Conversa esquisita, né? Pode ser só gente estranha. Decrypted these logs, we found out something suspicious. Several months worth of human rations were delivered to an uncharted world in the Voyager cluster. The logs aren't clear, but it appears they may have been dropped off somewhere in the Amazon system.
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And if the Geth don't kill us, we'll die of hunger soon enough.
Are you doing anything to remedy the situation?
I need to boost rations with Varen meat, but it's too dangerous. The Alpha Varen, he's huge and he's mad, rabid maybe, totally uncontrollable. I can't do anything until he's dead.
I have a ship. I could bring in supplies from off-world.
I'd rather you concentrated on the Geth. Food won't help us if they breach our defenses.
Tell me about Zeus' Hope.
The colony is growing, or it was. But you should speak with Fidan. He is our leader.
Why should I speak with Fidan? Why can't you tell me?
I don't want to talk about that right now. Speak with Fidan.
Estranho demais.
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I came here with my wife Greta, looking for adventure, a new life together. This isn't exactly what we signed up for. Of course, it would be much better without the Geth. We were really starting to enjoy the colony before they came.
Tell me about hunting Varen.
Hunting them is impossible while fending off the Geth. On the positive side, they'll attack anything, even those damn synthetics. The big Alpha Varen is the real problem. He's mad, erratic, completely unpredictable.
I have to go.
So long.
Vou ver se eu resolvo essa história, Suzy.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up.
Você deu um teleporte aí, né, amiga?
I still need the power cells for this generator, though. Would it help if I brought in some power cells from the Normandy? We can certainly spare a few.
The top-of-the-line ship doesn't use the same parts as the old generator we've got. The cells just aren't compatible.
If I find anything while I'm looking around, I'll send it your way.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate it.
Resolver tudo, né?
I'm sorry, but I can't stop to talk. I have to deal with the water shortage.
Is there anything I can
Água,
do?
comida,
The
luz.
utilities building was one of the first to fall under Geth control.
Tudo que a
Find the
pessoa
mains and
precisa
turn
pra
them
ser
back
feliz.
on. Until then, this colony is dry.
Do it
I have a
yourself.
ship fueled and ready to go. I could bring water in.
Unless you plan to make a trip every few days, that wouldn't really solve our problem. We need to be self-sufficient.
Tell me about the colony.
We are a small group, part of a larger colony, before the Geth attacked. You should speak to Faidan. It's his responsibility. He knows the colony best.
Todo mundo fala que esse
What do you know
negócio-
about this planet?
I'm not the one to ask about that. Ask Faidan or one of the others.
Tell me about yourself.
I'd rather not. This is not the time or the place. Please, help us or don't.
You know where to find the problem with the
The
water.
colony can't afford to lose any more of us. We're just too vulnerable.
You're very focused on the water despite the constant attacks.
I can't think of anything else. So much has happened. It hurts. If I stay focused on this task, pain goes away.
Her discomfort seems very real. Constant threat will do that.
I have to go.
I wish you luck.
Estranho demais, né não? Todo mundo é meio esquisito, falando uma dor.
Commander, I was told to make my supplies available to you if you wish.
What can you tell me about Zoo's Hope?
A fascinating place by all accounts, though the Geth have made it treacherous. You might like it here too if you gave it a chance, Commander. I never thought I'd stay in one place for long, but here, I will stay here.
This place is barely holding together. Why stay here?
I can't give you an answer to that, Commander. At least not one that you would comprehend. Why not try asking Faidan? Maybe he can tell you what I can't.
Muito estranho, velho.
What's your name, Solarian?
My full name is Goratu Heranon Maldinest God Inost Ledra. Humans usually employ surname and given name only. Inost and Ledra in my case.
Long enough?
Why's your name so long?
We are named for our origins. Goratu is my homeworld, Heranon my clan's country, Maldinest and Got are the city and district where I live.
Isso ia ser muito legal, se tivesse, né? Vitor, ia ser... Vitor... Governador Valadares... PT... Vitor, Governador Valadares, PT... Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais... Martins Brauer.
What's a Solarian doing on a human colony?
This Solarian goes where the credits are. Or I did. A well-stocked freighter can be a profitable investment on a new colony. But once I was here, I decided to stay on. The colony life grows on you after a while.
How do you keep things in stock in conditions like this?
My list of consumers has shrunk significantly since the attacks, and few of those have time for shopping.
Let me see what you have.
Of course. I may be able to provide...
Bem, já tá um pouquinho melhor a nossa situação aqui, né? Essa arma é bem melhor, né? Mas a gente vai precisar de economizar dinheiro.
This work must be complete. You're the commander of the ship that just landed.
What do you know about the colony?
We just arrived a short time ago. It seemed like any other colony at first, but it's different somehow.
What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. It's kind of like... I can't describe it. You should speak with Faidan. He knows the colony better than me.
Muito esquisito.
What do you do here?
I'm just watching over the ship, making sure she doesn't get any worse. If nothing else, she's good for hiding in when those Geth come over the walls.
It looks like you're monitoring something.
No, well, just ship diagnostics. It's nothing. I should get back to it, but Faidan wants a report on... I should go.
Que isso?
Maybe I can help you. What are you trying to diagnose?
No, thanks, really. Now, please, I need to get back to work. This work must be complete.
They'll try to rebuild the command.
Muito esquisito, né? Tem alguma coisa que não tá sendo contada aqui, Faidan. Explica o comportamento esquisito de todo mundo dessa porra dessa colônia.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Some of the colonists are acting strange.
We're a close-knit group, Commander. Most of us have lost loved ones, friends.
These aren't trained soldiers. Nobody taught
Algo
us
de
how to
errado não
deal
está
with the
certo.
horrors of war.
This is our home. We've watched the Geth slowly destroy everything that is important to us. Don't judge us too harshly.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Esquisito, né?
I'm grateful for what you've done, but your heroics don't impress me, Commander.
I get the feeling you don't like me.
How would you feel if you were hung out to dry by every government organization that ever promised to keep you safe? They should have sent a small fleet. Instead, we get one ship. And you're only interested in the Geth.
Tell me about Zeus Hope.
I can't tell you much about it. You should speak to Faidan if you want to know more.
Tell me more about yourself, Arsene.
I'm a rent-a-cop. I was hired to keep kids from writing graffiti on the walls at Exogeny. Then all this happened. I wasn't trained for this. I didn't ask for it. I just wanted to end.
Goodbye.
Commander.
Vamos lá então, né? Fazer a missão desse povo. Então aqui é o lugar para que eu já fui. Aqui é o rolê para ir fazer a missão séria, né? Eu acho que, se eu não me engano, aqui a pessoa resolve outras questões, né? É aqui que resolve? Não sei, deixa eu ver. Foi aqui de onde eu vim.
Oh God, they're everywhere.
Caralho.
Negative contacts, Commander.
É aqui mesmo. É um side questinhas pra fazer aqui que são legais. Rapaz, pra descobrir esses trem, pra ver se joga, você vai passando pelos lugares, você não acha os negócios direito.
Doesn't look like it's on yet. We should keep looking.
Aqui é o negócio da comida, né? E a introdução aos berries, né? Carnage. Baron falls dead, riddled with slugs. This must be the alpha male, the pack leader of those fairy scavengers. Beleza, aí tem que pegar essa aqui. Mas não. Onde que é? Aqui, ó. Power cells. This old disabled vehicle was more willing to part with its still functioning power cell than one would expect. Então Então é isso aí, a gente já fez meio que 2 sidequests, né? Aqui tem mais um, não é? É. Esse aqui já entra aqui, os caras já... Da porta aqui é... No futuro eu ia fazer isso aqui demais. Tá ligado? A porta abre automaticamente. Tem gente ali, né? Krogan Warrior? Ai, galera. O que esses Krogan estão fazendo aqui, não é mesmo? De derrubar assim não, eles são fortes. Os bichos são fortes. Eu explodi o trem, né? Aham. Algo de errado não está certo essa frase, velho. Uai, vocês ficaram aí pra trás, gente? Que bom, né? Travados. Por isso que foi mais difícil do que eu imaginei que ia ser. A água tá liberada. O cara escondido aqui, bicho. Acho que esse era o último. Aqui não abre, abre. Não. Tem um cara aqui.
You don't want to go down there.
What are you doing down here?
Nothing I should be, and anything I shouldn't.
Oi.
No! That was a good one. Very intense.
What's the matter with you?
Just invoking the Master's whip helps remind me I'm still alive. You're here for the Geth, aren't you? You're not the only one interested in those things.
Who else is looking for the Geth?
Not looking for, looking to get rid of.
Pareceu os caras.
Trying to get to the. dying!
This one is no longer fit. We should leave him.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Do you even want help?
Help me? No. No one can help me now. I'd rather die fighting!
Fighting what?
Not that kind of fight. It's like running through a thorn bush. The more you struggle, time's up. Company's coming. Ask Faidan. Ask him about the... Ah!
Look out!
I won't do it. I won't. I can't. I won't do it.
Bora. Agora, nessa parte aqui devia ter um fast travel, né? O mapa nesse jogo tem um mapa. Só que você não pode... Tá ligado? Você pode marcar, né, e tal, mas... Ah, tem gente na volta. Acho que tem... Eita, cara! Cabecinha. Ó a titizinha. Marina, dá uma olhada se ela... Marina, dá uma olhada na Chiquinha aí e vê se ela quer fazer xixi. Tira a caminha de perto dela. Ah, a Suzanne tá aí, né? Vamos voltar lá e conversar com o povo?
Commander?
Stop the Geth
for you.
I destroyed a Geth transmitter in the tunnels. They won't be a problem any longer.
Thank you, Commander. We're in your debt. You've taken a great weight off my shoulders. I just wish I had such good news for every problem.
Let's talk about Zeus Hope.
Of course, Commander.
I'm in the tunnels.
There's a guy living down in the tunnels. Is he one of yours?
That would be Ian. He's very sick.
No
He
kidding.
seems to be more than just sick.
He hasn't been the same since the attack. We tried to help him, but he wouldn't listen to us. I can't help my people if they won't listen, Commander.
Don't you have medical supplies? Something to help him?
I wish it was that simple. Ian was a good man I'd like to have with us. Please, Commander. I'd prefer not to talk about it anymore.
I'll talk to you when I learn.
Os cara é foda, os cara é foda. Matei o cara.
Hello again, Commander.
Alpha Male is dead.
Killed the big Varan. The rest are yours.
Excellent. I'll organize a hunt when the immediate threat of the Geth is gone.
Just pay up.
Fork over the reward so I can get back to more important things.
Of course. I don't want to delay you any more than I already have.
Dinheiro vocês têm, né? Fazer a missão você ganha Paragon, cobrar você ganha
Nice
Renegade.
work with those Geth. Glad you showed up.
Então, eu resolvi o trem da
I still need the power cells for this generator, though. I found these power cells in the tunnels. Are they what you're looking for? I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here, Fidan gave me some requisition money.
Nem precisou de pedir
It's
pra
all
ela.
yours.
Perfeito.
Now if I can kick these power cells into place, I'll have this... The water started running not long ago. Thanks to you,
Tá feliz, né?
Now we just need to deal with the Geth and we can get back to growing this colony.
Aquarian ally. Complete 5 missions.
A few credits for your trouble.
Deu dinheiro sem eu
Thank
nem
you again,
pedir.
Commander.
Obrigado, obrigado. Tá bom, agora é o Fidan e... a missão principal, né?
Commander, what can I do for you?
What do you need done to get
it? But there's still some other I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people.
Let's talk about
Of course,
Susan.
Commander.
Some of the
We've been
colonists.
over this, Commander. That would be Ian. I can't
Don't
help.
you have medical...
Please, Commander.
Nada demais, né?
I'd prefer not to talk about it anymore.
Tell me about your
Life is
colony.
hard and all. Colonial affairs back on Earth told us we'd be beneath the notice of any raiders. I guess they weren't counting on the Geth. But, despite everything, there's something tranquil about this place. Unlike anything I've experienced before.
I'll talk to you when I learn.
Ó, amiga, você tá me
I'm
xingando?
grateful for what you've done, but your heroics don't impress
Nada,
me,
né?
Commander.
Tá bom,
Goodbye.
tchau. Goodbye.
Commander.
Goodbye. Pega esse elevador. Tá rolando pau já.
I don't know how much more I can take.
And now to the Geth base. Expect heavy resistance.
Bora. Essa missão é longa, né? Não, agora que eu tô lembrando. Muita coisa acontece.
I can't pinpoint its location to get interference. More chatter, Commander Shepard. I still can't get a fix on the location.
Any sign of movement? Lisbeth could still be in there. It's only been a few days.
Ó. Papo da galera da Exogenês.
She's my daughter. I'll wait as long as I have to.
Até esqueci desse carro. Não, mas o carro, eu acho que tá de boa. A galera faz muito... A galera faz muita história com esse dentro do carro, velho. O carro é de boa, nem era tão ruim assim. Fernandômetro que é meio ruim, né? Não, não é bom em nenhum, eu acho. Mas não é tão ruim assim também não, tá ligado?
We've got some kind of vehicle, not one of the Geth.
Whoever that is, they must be close to have seen us.
Forget them. We need to find the Geth.
Calma, vamos conversar com eles antes aqui. Meu problema com as paradas do carro é que um dia eu esqueci de salvar e fui atravessar uma ponte e bugou.
That's close enough.
Relax, Jong.
Caí, morri e voltei em 5 minutos. Não, tem que sempre salvar, velho.
Who are you? What do you want?
Stand
I
down.
suggest you put that weapon down unless you're ready to use it.
Don't
Suzanne
worry about
Brutal.
him. He only cares about the company.
And you trust too easily, Juliana.
I'm just glad to see a friendly face. I thought we were the only humans left on this planet.
Fidan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
I thought you said they were all dead.
Eita.
I said they were probably all dead.
They live, though the Geth have devastated their colony.
We know what that's like. Those damn synthetics are relentless.
I'll do whatever I can to keep them away from you, but I need some information.
What kind of information?
Ignore him.
Ignore
the Geth are
him.
up in the Exogeny headquarters, just a bit further along the Skyway.
Those headquarters are private property, soldier. Remove the Geth and nothing else.
Shut up.
I'm not interested in your company's secrets.
Shut the fuck up.
Commander, before you go, my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
They shouldn't waste time poking around. We can do a proper accounting of our casualties after the Geth are gone.
That's my daughter you're talking about. She's still alive.
Where is she?
I know it.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
She was working in the Exogeny building when the attacks came.
Oh, yeah, there were several places she could hide. For a short time.
How did you get split up from the Zoo's Hope colony?
Most of us lived closer to the Exogeny building. Zoo's Hope was mostly used as a port. When the Geth hit, we scattered. Until you told us about the others, we assumed they were killed in the first wave. If we had known they were still alive, we might have attempted to join them.
They're fairly secure now. Maybe you should do that.
No. I don't think that's a good idea. We have no vehicles, and the Skyway offers little protection.
Like the building we're in now?
Listen, our best hope is to sit tight and wait for company reinforcements. They'll come eventually.
Tell me about the colony.
We established ourselves here 4 years ago. Growth was steady until the attacks. Our biggest challenge has been the lack of resources.
Esses são pessoas
There's
normais,
just
né?
so little here of value.
A diferença.
Still, we were making a go of it. It was even starting to feel like home.
What brought you here?
I guess I thought this would be the start of a new life. I wanted to go where I could feel like I was making a difference. Instead, everything we built is destroyed. It's very hard not to lose hope.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
Somewhere at the Exogeny headquarters, I hope.
What was the building used for?
Oh, yeah, we repurposed that structure to serve as headquarters for Exogeny. That's mostly offices with a number of light-duty R&D labs.
Exogeny is a master at repurposing anything and everything.
The company has to make a profit somehow, Juliana. Feros is a long way from self-sufficient.
Stay bunkered down until I find out what the Geth are after.
Of course. And please remember, if you see my daughter...
I was hoping you'd have a moment to speak with me. I've got a bit of a problem.
Just get to the point.
Everybody wants something. Hurry up about it.
Fair enough. I need to retrieve some data. It's not a big job, but it pays well.
Sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
No catch, really. It's dangerous work, but not for someone like you.
What is it about you that makes people assume we enjoy being in harm's way?
It's not that bad, really. All you need to do is find my console at Exogeny headquarters and drop the data onto this OSD. It's that simple.
I'll look around if I get the chance.
I appreciate it. That data could be worth a lot of money. Of course, this all depends on getting out of here alive.
Tell me about the data I'm getting for you.
Plans for a few prototype mods. I'm a freelancer. Some of my mods are highly sought after.
Time to get moving.
Just keep in mind what I said.
They wiped out our defenses in minutes.
Why build a colony if you don't intend to defend it?
Bora. Move out. I should go. Caralho. Tem esse problema, ele vira devagar, né? Tá vendo? Mas é esperado, né? O carro 6 rodas é um carro mal feito, né? O problema é quem fez esses carros, né? Alguns bichos não estão aparecendo, né?
Wait! Shut down the comm! We've got incoming Geth! Damn it! Shut down the comm!
Lá atrás, é? bicho que não aparece no mapa. Olha lá, aí você mata ele do mesmo jeito. O vizinho, né? Agora é o segmento greco.
Resistance will be extremely heavy once we are inside.
Atirando em mim. De leve, né? Opa. Mais um aqui. Vamos lá. Health by sei lá quantos. Aumenta health e damage. Upando muito. São todos equipamento, beleza, vamos ver se a gente tem alguma coisa. Isso aqui é pra bater em gente, isso aqui é pra bater em Geth. Ah, tem mais esse trem aqui, né? Bater em gente, a gente pode... Ah, é, e as armaduras, né? Nope. Nada. Bonito. Aqui brutal. Uma porrada dessa eu acho que a gente morre, não é? Aqui mesmo? Cadê meu time? Uns bug, né? Os caras desaparecem do nada.
Typical Geth deployment. We'll need another route in. A one-way drop, Commander Shepard.
Rally round! Damn it!
Que isso? Amiga.
I'm so sorry.
Deixa que é só um corredor.
I thought you were Geth, or one of those Varen.
É um jogo antigo, velho.
You're safe now. But why were you here in the first place?
It's my own fault. Everyone else was running, and I stayed to back up data. Next thing I knew, the Geth ship latched on, and the power went out. I was trapped. I tried to get out, but the way was blocked.
We'll get you out as soon as we find out what the Geth are after.
It's not the Geth, it's the energy field they put up. They don't want anyone else getting access to the...
I'm here for the Geth. It's very important that I find out what they're after.
I don't know for certain, but I'm guessing they're here for the Thorian.
Thorian?
Thorian? What is that exactly?
It's an indigenous life form. Exogeny was studying it.
What else can you tell me? Do you know where I can find this Thorian?
I might be able to, but not with those Geth crawling around everywhere. Look, we need to get out of here, past that field.
Do you know how we can shut it down?
No, not exactly. But I think the Geth ship is powering it. I've noticed the Geth laying power cables everywhere. You could follow those cables, but there's Geth all over the place.
Tell me what you know about the Thorian.
I really don't know that much about it. I think it's some kind of plant being.
Plant being.
I know it's very old. Thousands of years even.
Thousands of years.
Tell me about yourself.
No.
I'm just a researcher. I came here with my mother. I don't even know if she made it out alive.
She made.
She's with some others from the colony. She's safe for now.
She's alive? Oh, thank God. I thought I was the only one left. Please, Commander, just get that field down so I can see my mother again.
Beleza.
You stay put. I'll go open some doors.
Oh, here, take my ID. This should get you past any locked doors. Good luck with that field.
Eita, caralho. It's a trap. Siga as luzes.
Stupid machine! Access encrypted files. No, I don't want to review protocol.
I am unable to comply. Please contact your supervisor.
Damn it! Tell me what I want or I'll blast your virtual ass into actual dust!
Please contact your supervisor for a level 4 security exemption, or make an appointment with...
Stupid machine!
If there is nothing else, please step aside. There is a queue forming behind you for the use of this console. Exogeny Corporation reminds all staff that the discharging of weapons while on company property is strictly forbidden. Welcome back, Research Assistant Elizabeth Bainham. What can I do for you?
Do nosso
What
cartão, né?
information was the last user attempting to access?
Fetching data. The previous user was attempting to access details on the study of subject species 37, the Thorian.
What did you tell him?
I was unable to provide the previous user with any relevant data. Aside from lacking proper access, there has been no new data available on species 37. All sensors monitoring the observation post at Zoo's Hope have been inactive for several cycles.
What did you say?
What does Zoo's Hope have to do with the Thorian?
Species 37 is located within the substructure of the Zoo's Hope outpost.
Tell me everything you know about the Thorian.
The Thorian is a simple plant life form that exhibits a sentient behavior uncommon with other flora. Through dispersion and the eventual inhalation of spores, it can affect and control other organisms, including humans. The Zoo's Hope control group has yielded interesting results. Before sensors went offline, almost 85% of all test subjects were infected.
Exogeny knew all along what would happen to those people.
It was deemed necessary to assess the true potential of species 37.
That's why they were acting so strange.
Your pilot should be warned.
Joker! Come in, Joker! Damn it! That field's blocking us.
We've got to drop that shield and get back to the outpost.
VI, what can you tell me about the Geth ship and the field it's generating?
I have limited data on the Geth. They have effectively blocked all sensors within the facility. I have detected unusual power fluctuations, but am unable to determine the source.
Tell me about the Thorian.
Species 37 was discovered several weeks ago when a small team was infected with spores while examining ruins near the Zoo's Hope outpost. The outpost was quarantined immediately, and study of the infection began. Within 21 days, 58% of colonists exhibited altered behavior. Within 28 days, 85%.
Is it intelligent? Can I reason with it?
The Thorian does not exhibit the focused behavior of a predator. The release of spores is an act of survival, not aggression. It does trigger advanced behaviors in the humans it enslaves, but we have yet to discover whether it recognizes or is capable of recognizing humans as more than tools. It is sufficiently alien as to defy classification at this time.
Do you know how
the will subversion manifests as intense pain if directives are ignored? The effect is severe enough that subjects are soon conditioned against even minor thoughts of rebellion. Observation suggests the Thorian views its thralls in a utilitarian way. Care is apparently taken to avoid injuring them, much as a craftsman avoids damaging his tools. As long as no action is taken against the creature's objectives, the subjects are free to pantomime a normal existence until specifically tasked with something.
Where's the center of this thing?
The Thorian is present as a weave of tendrils across much of the lower surface of Feral.
O planeta inteiro.
Observation of enslaved subjects suggests there may be key clusters that are tended by thralls. Unfortunately, direct observation of species 37 is limited, or non-existent.
That's enough for now.
Going to standby mode.
For weaknesses, but the Geth are very thorough.
What is this place? Almost looks like the Geth built themselves some kind of church.
The Geth blur the line between organic and synthetic life. It's not.
Tá bom o papo, galera, mas a gente tem que resolver. Lau. Opa! Ô, caralho. Da puta ainda estão aqui. Boa noite, Vitor. Eles colocaram novo conteúdo nessa edição? Por enquanto não muito, velho. Pouquíssima coisa. Pouquíssimo. Mas eu acho que deve ter eu diria que deve ter pouquíssimo novo conteúdo. Peguei a data do cara. Assim, eu percebi uns cutscenes muito pequenos, tipo assim, 5 segundos de câmera, uma câmera diferente, esse tipo de coisa, sabe? Vou ver o que eles... Mais pra frente eles devem ter mudado mais coisa.
On me!
Andando.
On me.
Cadê meu time, velho? Tô tomando. Meu time, cadê? Cadê o povo, velho? Tá dando uns bugs desse negócio, né? De... Olha lá. Esse aqui tá um pouquinho complicado, hein? Test samples were due to arrive 3 days ago, but we haven't heard anything from the colony or the cargo vessel. We suspect that samples become volatile and recommend cutting off all further contact with the Norda Crux colony. Even if the colony is discovered, no one should be able to trace the events there back to us. Vai, onde que eu tenho que ir? Aqui, né?
To me!
Gente, cadê meu time, velho? Não, aqui é de onde eu vim. Assim, ó, os personagens ficaram presos em algum lugar, tá ligado?
Form up.
Same as before. We
Aí
don't
eles vão
have
cortar,
the
eles vão
ordnance to
estar.
blow
Uma das
the
melhores
spot.
séries, sem dúvida.
Let's keep looking.
Agora essa vai ser a jogada definitiva. Depois disso aqui, aí eu posso ficar... Nunca mais jogar, eu já joguei tanto esse jogo. Eventualmente eu vou rejogar, né? Mas não no stream. time? Ah, meu time tá aqui agora, né? Vou dar um hack nesse cara aqui e aí você dá um kill nesse cara. Não deu hack, não? Oh, meu Deus do céu, tô tomando. Ah, tem esse desgraça esse bicho aqui, velho. Da puta, fica parado. Oh! Meu Deus, esse bicho é brutal demais. Tá louco, galera do céu. Tá morrendo. Errei, filho da puta.
This is interesting, Commander Shepard. A containment lab of some kind.
Olha lá, os caras estão lá na puta que pariu. Eu nem tô ouvindo a voz deles, velho. Bug do caralho. Isso aqui é complicado, hein? Geth invasion. According to the data retrieved from this console, the Geth are preparing for a major festival in Citadel space. If this information is accurate, they're amassing a significant force somewhere in the Armstrong Nebula. É assim que você pega, né, os side quests. Bora. Private log of Dr. Gamor. I don't trust this Cerberus group. They may pay us well, but if this get out before we've developed an antidote, it's just not smart. They won't tell us what they want the samples for or why they wanted them delivered to the Matando system. My records show nothing of interest out there. Cerberus. Eu me lembro bem. É isso, né? É muito simples assim, um puzzlezinho muito simples. Adeus, naves.
Very good. The field barring the exit will be down. Now we can go deal with the Storian creature.
This was my kind of mission. Kill a bunch of Geth and end things off with a huge crash.
I hope that ship was full of those Geth bastards.
I repeat, Normandy to shore party. Are you reading? Anyone there? Normandy to shore party. Come on, Commander. Talk to me.
Is that you, Joker? What's going on over there?
We're in lockdown here, Commander. Something happened to the colonists. They're banging on the hull, trying to claw their way inside the ship. They're freaking out.
They can't do any real damage. We're on our way back. Just hold your position.
Adoro Rex, adoro Taxi.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just wait right here for you, Commander.
Everyone's
This place will be crawling with Geth in a minute. Keep together and we'll get out of here in one piece.
A gente faz esse time aqui e o time do Liara e Garrus, né? Agora como é que eu saio daqui mesmo? Eu lembro que tinha um caminho mais simples do que simplesmente andando, né? Mas beleza. Será que era ali mesmo? Eu acho que tem um caminho mais rápido.
Regroup!
Por que vocês estão parados aí, gente? Tá ligado?
I doubt anyone's still alive in here. The Geth are very thorough.
Time to clean this place now.
Não tem mesmo, né?
Huddle up!
Vem, gente. Vão ficar parados? Tô falando, essa missão foi toda meio bugada, velho. Ó.
On me!
Tô falando. Não, aqui não é aqui também não. É aqui, né? Isso, agora essa brisa aqui tá aberta agora.
There you are. We should get out of here. I don't think this place is safe.
You lied to me.
You said you didn't know about the Thorian. I don't like being lied to.
I was afraid. I wanted to stop the tests, but they threatened me. Told me I'd be next. When the Geth attacked, I stayed behind to send a message to Colonial Affairs. I tried to tell them where to find the Thorian, but the power cut before I could send the message. I never meant for this to happen.
I don't care.
Just tell me where I can find the Thorian. No more lies.
The Thorian is underneath Zoo's Hope, but the entrance is blocked. The colonists covered it with the freighter just before the Geth attacked.
What bothers me is why the Geth were after the Thorian in the first place.
Well, it does have unique mind control capabilities. That's what Exogeny was interested in.
Normandy to shore party, come in.
What now?
What is it, Joker?
We're getting a lot of Geth comm chatter. Looks like they're headed your way.
Great.
You heard the man. Let's move out.
I'm coming with you. I might be able to help. Undo the mess I helped create.
Beleza. Olá. Beleza, véi.
Rally round!
Eles estão teletransportando. Véi. Esquisito demais. Opa, aqui não quer. O cara pode cair pra direita e pra esquerda não. O SFX tá alto e a voz tá baixa, né? Eu tenho que mudar isso aí, vamos lá. É bom, tá tudo alto na real, né? Esse problema é a voz não tá alta. Não, tá tudo alto. Deixa o pau torar. Não, não. Galera, bom demais. Voltamos.
You can't do
Não, mas tá
this,
muito bom no
John.
irmão. Sim, sim.
Everyone shut up! Let me think.
Eles melhoraram o som, né, no geral.
You won't
assim.
get away
Mas
with this.
também não era difícil, não, né?
Get away from her, you son of a bitch!
Lisbeth!
Damn it! Come out where I can see you! All of you!
essa troca é engraçada.
Shepard, damn it. I knew it was too much to hope the Geth would kill you. I found some interesting facts about you in the Exogeny database. I know what happened on Akuz. This doesn't have to end like that.
Not this time, Jong. You need to back down and let them go.
You don't understand. It's not that easy. Communications are back up. Exogeny wants this place purged.
This is a human colony, Jong. You can't just repurpose us.
It's not just you. There's something here far more valuable than a few colonists.
Are you gonna tell them about the Thorian, or should I?
The what?
It's a telepathic life form living under Zoo's Hope. It's taking control of the colonists there. Exogeny knew all along.
You won't get away with this, Jong.
So you keep saying, but nobody's gonna miss a few colonists.
Ooh.
You've gone way too far. This ends now.
If that's the way it has to be, heck, come on!
Abraço, amigo. Suzanne Brutal. Os caras...
As if we don't have enough problems. Now we're shooting each other in the back.
It's my fault. I knew what was going on and I didn't do anything.
Don't you start. You do good work, and you know it. So what now, Commander?
I do my job.
I need to find out why the Geth are after the Thorian.
The colonists won't let you near the Thorian. They die first. They're under its control.
Not my problem.
Anything that gets between me and my goal is fair game.
Caralho, essa resposta foi demais.
There's gotta be another way.
I think there is. You could safely use a nerve agent to neutralize the colonists.
Like a gas grenade.
I'll do it.
Sounds good. I'll do what I can.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Commander.
Capable grenades with the anti-Thorian gas upgrade. This will disable infected colonists without killing them.
We'll stay out of your way until you clear a path.
Tá bom, deixa eu...
Any luck finding my workstation out in the ruins?
I managed to find the data and transfer it to your OSD.
That's very good news indeed. Thank you.
Payment.
Just give me my credits and I'll be on my way.
You bet. Thanks for all your help, Commander.
Suzanne é muito brutal. Tá bom, como é que é? Granadas. Anti-Thorian gas. Eu lembro a primeira vez que eu joguei esse jogo, eu matei todo mundo, velho. Achando que eu tava jogando granada normal. Tipo, foi engraçado. Nossa, caralho, aí tá top, hein? Não. Vamos lá então, né? A gente... Vamos lutar com orgânicos. 4. Bora. Vindo tu jogar, tá me dando uma vontade de voltar pra Andrômeda. Andrômeda não, velho, pelo amor de Deus. Adolescente, tudo que queria viver na realidade do Mass Effect, tipo na cidade do jogo, civilização terrestre. Ah, velho. Deve ser top, mas não tá tão ruim assim também, não. A gente viver. Viver no futuro vai ser sempre melhor, né? Óbvio. Tipo assim. Os seres humanos são chato demais, velho. Se tivesse uns ET ia ser top, né? Viajar por aí. Cura do câncer. Por aí vai, né? Curar as doenças, tudo. Menos na anime, na galáxia também influenciou aquela época. Ah, é, tudo no futuro vai ser melhor, né? A gente tá caminhando sempre pra frente. Olha os bichos aí.
That thing was not one of the colonists. No amount of infection could have done that.
Wipe everything. Careful.
No hitting the colonists, even if the Thorian makes them fire on us. That's what the gas grenades are for.
As you would have it, Commander
O bichinho gosta de
Shepard.
salvar todo mundo.
Get down!
Esses bichos são fortes, velho. Olha lá, os bichos parados. Meus amigos tudo parados. Bicho do céu. Sozinho é foda, né? Vomitando em você. Olha lá, meus amigos tudo morto. Alguma coisa deu pau. Galera, se vocês quiserem vir aqui ia ser top, né? Vamos? Quer andar não? Não? Não, né?
On me!
Não, vou ter que fazer tudo sozinho mesmo. Beleza, tudo bem. Alguém consegue procurar esse bug aí, fazendo favor? É, Companions Stuck. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Já foi definida a casa de show da Loop em Porto Alegre? Não vi informação sobre ainda. Lá no Instagram, pô. Postei semana passada. Agulha. Galera. Opa! Eles são amigos.
Here it comes!
Eita, gastou uma a mais. É só bater neles que eles não vão vir pra você. Quer matar vocês não, galera? Cheguei. Vou jogar aqui, ó. Dá pra você ignorar esse, talvez? Consegui atirar? Galera, toma aqui, ó. Precisa. São foda demais, velho. Descobri o bug e tem que dar save e reload nele. Pode resolver, beleza. Então, galera. Ó, levanta. Tem que matar um cara, velho. Um cara ficou vivo. Vou ter que matá-lo. Não consegui só desmaiar ele, não, né? Amigo, você foi escolhido, né? É o Faidan? É, não, né? Não. Tá vivo ainda. Obrigado, viu, Furão? Obrigado. Vou só salvar aqui, então. Dá um load. Aê, porra, valeu. Ele.
I tried to fight it, but it gets in your head. You can't imagine the pain. I'm supposed to be their leader. These people trusted me. It wants me to stop you, but I won't. I won't!
A cara da Suzanne, nossa, a Suzanne é brutal demais. O rosto dela, nenhum sentimento que ela sentiu. Nenhum. Tá ouvindo esse barulho aí? Suzanne Brutal. Suzanne Brutal é brutal demais. O cara se matou na frente dela, velho. Ela falou assim, foda-se. Opa, esse porra todo aqui. Curar minha amiga Tali. Bora lá. Tá aí o bicho.
All right, we just need to find this creature and determine what it What is that?
Well, that's just great.
Nothing's ever simple, is it?
Invaders, your every step is a transgression. 1,000 feelers appraise you as meat, good only to dig or decompose. I speak for the old growth as I did for Saren. You are within and before the Thorian. It commands that you be in awe.
I'm here to make a deal.
You gave something to Saren, something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in the long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle. Flesh fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies. It will listen no more.
Enough negotiation.
I won't let you keep your thralls. Release them, now.
No more will the Thorian listen to those that scurry. Your lives are short, but have gone on too long. Your blood will feed the ground and the new growth.
Não, não. Deixa eu falar o que vai rolar. Você vai morrer. Isso vai rolar. Os amigos doentes aqui vão morrer também. Tome. Toma aí, ó. Deus, meus amigos, ajuda, velho. Demais. O jogo tava difícil. Tome.
That hurt it. I can tell. A few more.
Ele vai estar atrás da gente, hein? Esse bicho vai renascer, então cuidado. Thales, você é louco. Os bichos são chá de matar, viu? Não tinha um negócio dele aqui não, né? Galera, vocês estão tirando um no outro, gente. Os bichos aqui atrás, é? Ali em cima. Calma que tem um trem. Que sonzinho desgraçado que esse bicho faz, hein? Olha ela aí. Eita, vomitou no seu bicho. Nossa senhora. Tempestade. importante pra gente pegar. Cara. Os bichos que escorrem. Tô preso. Travou. Começou. Começou o pau. Cinco minutos aqui da minha vida que eu perdi. Você jogou com todas as casas já. Que pena, né? Vamos ter que brigar de novo. Ficou divertido, pelo menos, né? Lembrar de salvar ali perto ali, né? Super nojento, né? Esse monte de coisa verde, velho. Salva a desgraça. Isso. Então, eu acho que a melhor do primeiro jogo, sobre as classes, né? A melhor do primeiro jogo é soldado mesmo, você poder usar todas as armas, todas as munições, é muito útil assim, sabe? Aí depois, eu diria que... Aí depois nos próximos a gente já vai fazer outro. É muito legal você poder mudar também, né? Cara, tem um cara aqui. Errei. Salva. Isso. Foi aqui que deu pau. Não, foi no próximo ainda, né? Opa! Caralho, vomitou. Deixa eu vomitar, não. Salva de novo. Tem como salvar? Salva. Não tem como. Em combate não dá pra salvar. Ei! Tá ali? Apareceu. Mas ela vai voltar. Tomando muito dano, Rex. Amiga, você deitou, hein? Puta que pariu.
Patching you up.
Ah, que legal, se você apertar F perto da pessoa, você reala ela, né? Nossa, essa mulher tá batendo demais. Tô falando. Ai, ai, ai. Dá pra brincar, não. Já tá batendo muito, velho. Esse bicho vai levantar. É outro. Olha ali. Galera, dá uma cepada nessa moça aí, fazendo favor. Isso. Vou dar um warp, né? O famoso warp. Salva, 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 salva. Salva, caralho. Isso. Caindo. Olha aí, ele chegando por trás. Olha ali. Meu Deus, tô tomando porrada de todos os lados aqui, Rex. Mas tá vivinho? Oh meu Deus, essa mulher de novo. Corta a orelha deles. Meu Deus do céu. Explode eles. Sem querer, né? Explodiu o trem. Eita.
I'm free. I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
I don't trust you.
Is everything all right? Are you hurt?
I am fine, or I will be, in time. My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
She tried to manipulate Saren, but in the end, her plan backfired.
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
Saren's pretty quick to betray his own people.
He was quick to betray the Thorian, too. After he had what he wanted, he ordered the Geth to destroy all evidence of its existence. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
So the Thorian taught Saren to think like a Prothean. How?
As skills do Mass Effect, tipo, troll, livros, são muito bobos brincar assim. Pena que eu não aprofundaram muito, talvez o Mass Effect passe. Pois é, mas os outros têm, tá ligado? Eu gosto que a galera usa, aí eu sinto o pau.
A viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
I need that knowledge to stop Saren.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren. Try to relax, Commander. Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell.
Suzanne Brutal.
Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us, one to another. Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected.
Então, isso aí tá mais longo, ó. Não tinha essa conversa gigante agora, não.
Open yourself to the universe.
Era menor.
Embrace eternity.
Já caiu no Embrace Eternity rápido. tempo que eu não joguei a série, não lembro pra poder comparar. Algumas coisas muito específicas, eu posso estar enganado, mas eu não lembro dessa conversa ser longa assim, não, na hora que ela vai entrar na sua mente aí.
I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are part of you now.
What was that? Commander Shepard, are you all right?
She messed up my mind.
I saw something. It still didn't make any sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
You look a little unsteady, Commander. Perhaps you should return to the Normandy.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way. You needed the cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision from the beacon.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it, but I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I'm grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
Tem ponto, mas assim, ela era meio escrota. Vamos combinar.
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries, I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous. But I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
Tell me more about this ship Saren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species. It dwarfs any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleets. Its weapons are devastating. Its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it, Saren believes he is unstoppable.
It controls minds?
You said Saren uses it to manipulate his followers.
The indoctrination. There is an energy about Sovereign. You feel drawn to the ship. It makes Saren's arguments more persuasive, more compelling. Spend enough time in Sovereign's presence and you will lose yourself. There is no other way to explain it.
I want to know more about Benezia.
Benezia was greatly respected among our people. A powerful biotic, even for an Asari. She was widely known as a teacher of philosophy and religion. She always sought the paths of peace and harmony. She joined with Saren because she hoped to turn him away from his path of destruction.
Sim. What should I do with
Now
you?
that you're free of the Thorian, what are you planning to do next?
If you allow it, I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering. I would like to make amends.
I can't let you leave. I know blind.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
You did it. With the Thorian gone, we can start rebuilding for ourselves again. And we're free of Exogeni's threats. We're back to being just a little nowhere colony. Thank you, Commander.
Obrigado a vocês, gente. Obrigado a vocês. Foi um prazer ajudar vocês. Faidan morto. Quem vai ser o líder dessa porra? Moça. Ah, agora ela tá viva.
Thank you for everything you tried to do here.
Tried? Não, eu fiz.
I'm free. Thank you for giving me my mind back.
Thank you for everything you did.
I never thought I would be so thrilled to see a soldier. Forgive my previous inaction, but under the Thorian's influence, every thought was examined and filtered.
What will you do now that the fighting is over?
I may stay, try to recover my losses. I can have new supplies delivered within weeks. Perhaps the colony will survive after all.
Let me see what you have in stock.
Of course. Return in the future, and I may even have more to see.
Não tem nada demais pra mim. Abraço, gente. Abraço. Aquele abraço.
Finally, that damn thing is out of my head. I can think without pain. And with the power cells you brought, I can get this place up and running again. Thanks, Commander.
It will take time for things to get back to normal around here. Thank you for freeing us.
Agora mudou, né? Mudou o papo. Agora é tudo obrigado, obrigado, obrigado. Obrigado, obrigado, obrigado. É foda. Até porra da nave. É minha nave, quero ir embora. Ali. Abraço, fim de mundo desgraçado. Essa missão eu não gosto dela, velho. Assim, ela tem... o conteúdo dela, né, é bom. No sentido, a história é boa, mas não, eu odeio ter que ficar indo e vindo nesse corredor desgraçado. Não gosto dela.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Não é que eu não gosto dela, é que o ambiente me deixa muito...
Are you suffering any ill effects
O ambiente me deixa muito ansioso, assim, quero só fazer, porque é muito feio o lugar, escroto, né? I feel strange.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Eles cortaram o trilho também, não cortaram?
Relax, Commander.
A Esther falava bobagem, eu acho. Ela xingava, falou, que isso, não sei o quê. Ela fala depois, talvez ela fale depois, né?
That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit.
The Conduit.
But I did not see anything that would help us find it.
Now what's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Dr. Chalkwash should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
You sure it was the joining? I feel fine.
Your role in our communion is passive. I am the one who must submerge myself in your mind, drown myself in your thoughts. It is more difficult than it looks. The human subconscious instinctively resists
Tem uma galera aí vendo essa conversa, gente.
A strong personality like yours makes it even harder.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Lá vem o conselho.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, is this some kind of game? Are you calling in a report just so you can cut us off again?
You know it.
That never gets old, does it?
Ai, ai. Conselho, foda-se conselho. Esse filho da puta, não tem que responder ninguém, não. Entendeu? Desconecta. Ai, ai. Tá bom, vamos salvar. Deu a hora, né, pelo menos pra ver se o povo vai jogar os onboard. Vamos salvar aqui. F5. Então um save real. Save 2, vamos lá. E é isso. Vamos... Um beijo aí, pessoas do futuro do YouTube que estão acompanhando só o Mass Effect. Beijo pra vocês. Mas nós continuamos aqui.